Well, as you can see, it's almost 8 a.m. and I'm home. As you can see, I've got great big sweatshirt on. Could I find one any bigger? Sweatpants and a nice fire, my first fire of the season in the fireplace. Got coffee on the way out this morning. As I'm going through Starbucks, she's going, "It's cold this morning, isn't it?" Well, as you know, I went out and I was stayed by Oregon Mountains last night. I had a wonderful view of the lights of the city, you know, from where I was sleeping. Now, where I stayed, very few were out there this time because of the potential for rain. And you're going there and it's like this, and it's big boulders that you're going over, like this size of boulders out there. You know, it's not like a regular little gravel road. No, it's boulders like this, and then big, you know, things like this, trenches that you're going over, and the boulders that you're going over. In one place of it, you're kind of having to go up sideways because there's a real big boulder there. So anyway, that's what I navigated yesterday. I had to get out of the car at about 10:30, 11 o'clock at night because the wind came up and my changing thing was, you know, going south. So I had to get up, and I'm wrestling with that at 10:30, 11 o'clock at night to get that thing folded up. Now, I'm left-handed, so the way they want you to fold everything up is the opposite that I would normally do, so it takes me a while to figure it out. But I did get it back put away again. And so that was fine, and thank goodness it was the half moon last night, and it was really bright out there, so I didn't have any trouble seeing what I was doing. So I got that put away. And yeah, it was a cold night last night. It was down to 40s, in the 40s something. Yeah. But the down blanket I got was really good. That's all I had used, was just that one blanket, that down blanket. And I didn't have any sheets on there or anything, and it was actually quite, it was pretty comfortable. But the one thing I found that for me, doing that type of lifestyle, living in the car, wouldn't work because I've got weak bladder and I am up every hour on the hour at night to go pee. So it's not. Oh my God. So that's a bit, you know, harrowing. But yeah, it's why the van works better for me. But I do like my adventures. I will probably, rather than doing this, a lot of overnights with this, I'll probably do more close area things, and you can go out for the day up in the woods and that type of thing. Because I do like that, you know, to go out in the woods and do those trails and stuff. So I might just do that more often. And do more of, you know, the longer things in the van. But the van, you know, you get 15 miles to the gallon with the van, and you get 28 with the car, the Subaru. So that's a big difference in that. So I think what I'll do with my van adventures, I'll go somewhere, and rather than doing a lot of driving, I'll be doing quite a bit of time in New Mexico and just stay for a week or 2 weeks at a time at a place. So, you know, I'm not spending as much on gas and enjoying it, because here in New Mexico, it's very cheap for me to go and have power and do all of that at the state park. So I will probably be doing more of that. And then my little Outback, you know, I'm keeping it set up the way it is, but I'll probably use it for more single day adventures and stuff like that, you know. I wouldn't be staying there for a week at a time or something, because it's just, and the pod for changing, that's been a disaster at both places, because the wind comes up and forget it. You know, yeah, no, it's, yeah, more headache, I think, than it's worth. Anyway, so we're back home. The dog, you know, I thought they wanted to go out early this morning, but they didn't go out. I opened the car door. It was still pretty dark out, and they just went, no, we're not, no, we're not coming out there. So they just hunkered down in the down covers when I drove back home over the craziness out there. But yeah, it was a chilly night. Hey, May. It was a chilly night. And so I'm home. Anyway, I wanted to look real quick thing. Why is Marjorie Taylor Greene's husband filing for divorce? And what I got was, at the center of it, you know, just these nightmare scenarios and a time to move on. Just had it, you know, felt constrained. And again, this is the card of usually, you know, worries and stuff keeping you up at night and that type of thing. And just feeling tied up with it. Just mentally, mental restrictions, and saying, yeah, it's time to move on. So going into it, just abusive. Now, we can hardly believe that of her, can we, that she's abusive? We've got, you know, this could be some of the law things before. They were thinking of getting a divorce before. Could have something to do with that. Or just communications, things that he's seen that she's put out there, comments, etc. And I'm sure she's quite nasty at home. And also we have the judgment of government stuff. So I think that he sees that the way she acts, you know, in her job in the government, and just as nasty as she is, and he's just, you know, this reflects on the whole family, and I think he's just tired of it. So we have their conversations, you know, in light of the conversations that they've had. He's just decided, I'm getting to calmer waters. I've had enough of this. You know, the lies, the con, and also she was sleeping around. And he's had enough of her lies and her abusive nature, and just said, I'm out of here, okay? I'm out of here, I'm done, I've had it. And I don't know how he could stay with her for so many years. Now, I'm sure that anybody that marries her probably gives as good as he gets, you know. So I think it was just kind of a toxic relationship. And he's just said that's it. The kids are at an age now that I feel I can leave, and I've had enough. So that's what I'm getting from the Marjorie Taylor Greene. Yeah, she is so caustic. I can't imagine living around that all day and then having that, you know, reflected on you as a family. What do the kids, you know, what do they hear at school? I'm sure they've seen her, you know, railing and just caustic and obnoxiousness. Can't imagine. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to leave this here, have some coffee, enjoy the fire, look at a little YouTube, see what's going on. How many of you caught the party that we had, the tarot party for the Lena's and Sienna Rose's One World Tarot? A lot of readers on there. I got to meet people I hadn't met before. Got to meet Violetta. Now Violetta, she's a gem. When I had shingles so bad and I was just screaming in pain, she sent me a donation. She actually sent me some money, and that was so sweet of her to do that, to go out of her way and to do that for me. So again, appreciation. And it was really nice to meet her. And do you know all those pictures she has behind her that she painted those? It's like, oh my God. She is really an artiste. So yeah, if you haven't seen them, check them out. I'm like, oh my mouth was hanging open. You know, I do finger painting. She does painting. I play it. She is an artist, okay? So, yeah, and I got to meet Dave. What is it? Dave by moonlight. He channels the man in the moon. So got to meet him, and that was interesting. Now, the first read we did was on will there ever be world peace? And mine came out, yes, there will, but it's a long, long time in coming. There's a lot of healing that needs to take place. And you know, this is not our lifetime. I mean, this is like in the future. And most of them got that, no, it's, you know, I think they're reading from our lifetime, you know, that there wouldn't be not in our lifetime, there's not. You can have your own inner peace, but world peace, not in our lifetime. And Dave was saying 1,500 years is what he was getting. And I said, yeah, it's a slow process of healing. It's going to take quite a bit of time. We're in the turmoil stage now. And but yeah, eventually it will come, but it is like 1,500 years in the future. Okay. So yeah. Anyway, and then the other question we had was they asked about, you know, about cleansing our cards. And Violetta, she asked myself and Violetta. Violetta said she's very superstitious and she only starts a new pack at the full moon and does all this stuff and over the light and, you know, does all of these things. And I'm just the opposite. Okay, I don't cleanse cards. Okay, because for here, you know, I'm not gravitating too dark. I know that at the center of everything is the divine is, which is perfection as it is, so I don't see a need to cleanse cards. I don't pick up negative things. I don't hold on to negative stuff, and so I never have see a need to cleanse cards, you know. So I guess it's a difference if you are someone that's very superstitious and you feel like you need to put white light and you need to do that. When did Christ ever put white light around himself? When did he ever tell the disciples, go out and put white light around yourself? Be afraid. He says, fear not. You know, he says you don't go into fear. And if you're having to do all these machinations, then you are in fear. Okay? So that's the difference in that. But each to their own. You know, if you do tarot and you feel like you need to cleanse cards, go for it. Do it, you know. But from my journey, you know, what I learned in my journey, I just don't ever feel the need to do that. Okay. So, yeah, on that note, I'm going to leave this here. Great morning. Excuse the, it's comfortable. You know, it's nice and warm. So yeah, I'm just sitting here in sweats and enjoying the coziness of it. And I'm going to watch a little YouTube, and I'll see you online. Again, if there's a reading you want to see done, please let me know. I do so appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. Much love to all my tribe and those that are tuning in for the first time. Welcome.